All right, back to the highlights. We have the Jags and the Bengals. Second quarter, Joe Burrow dropping back, trying to make something happen. And he is sacked. And he would kind of land on his leg funny, and we would see him exit the field. And in will enter Jake Browning. He said, you know what? Let's go to the skies. And that they did. T. Higgins, 42-yard touchdown as guys collided with each other. And at the very end of the game, they needed a touchdown to go ahead, and they get it. Jake Browning up, and away over the top for the TD. The Bengals win this one 31-27, and we do not have any new information on Joe Burrow's.
Be ye ever ready? That was the case when Joe Burrow went out injured. Jake Browning came in, did an excellent job. After the game, it was Tiffany Blackman with Jake Browning.
Jake, capping off a win, a game-winning drive with the tush push from Sample. Take me through that last play.
I mean, we tried it earlier, and I didn't jump because I think technically we're not supposed to. It was so close, and I think I needed Drew's help behind me, so I helped. And, yeah, it just felt good to battle through some turnovers and end the game with a win.
You've been in this position so many times before. Why are you always ready for this moment?
I mean, I think I prepared pretty hard, but I think also, like, you know, we got a good offense, and so just get in and operate. And, you know, I thought Zach called a great game for me getting thrown in and knowing that I didn't have any reps at any of these plays. And so I think all that goes together to allow me to, I wouldn't say it was my best game, but we won.
Did you have Joe in the back of your mind at all?
I mean, yeah, obviously you hope he's okay, but I was trying to focus on the game. And, yeah, I mean, we're very close, so obviously hope everything's okay. But, you know, that's why I have a job and why I'm a backup is if he gets hurt, get thrown in, and you know, be ready for that moment.
Thanks so much, Jake.
Thank you.
Now in the fourth quarter, it was 17-14. Seattle just took the lead, and now they're going to kick off. This game was back and forth all day. But watch this. Caleb Johnson, the ball is going to go into the end zone. That ball, whether it hits him or not, is live. This is not college football, and you'll see right here, whether he touched it or not is making any difference. In the National Football League, that ball is live. You have to get on it. He runs away from it. Seattle is going to jump on the ball right there, and they're going to get a touchdown, and that will lead them to 31-17 win. Oh. Seattle scoring 17 fourth-quarter points in this football game. And Aaron Rodgers, you can see what he did early in the game. But, boy, it was a big play that just turned that game, and they can never come back from it.
Special teams.
Special teams was big.
Hey, Bill, I'm smiling as I think about that Cincinnati win over Jacksonville. Matt, you can talk about it. A backup quarterback. Jake Browning was just flat out honest and candid. Hey, I'm a backup quarterback. I got a job. You know, I better deliver.
Yeah, that's it. He was candid with his comments right there of how he was feeling. But when he came in, he made plays. He said it wasn't his best game of all time, but the good was very good, right? Yeah. Excellent throw right there over the top. He did what he needed to do to keep this football team in the game. This one to T. Higgins. What a finish by T. Higgins. Right. Just running two guys over to get into the end zone. And then Nate, you were calling it over the top with a little help from his friends to get there in the end zone for the game winner. I love it. You know, you have guys that you never know when your opportunity is going to come. You never know when your number is going to be called. But this isn't his first time playing. Back in 2021, he played 7 games for them, went 4-3 as a starter, 11 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions, completed 71% of his passes during that stint as a starter. And the Bengals are lucky to have him. All right, the Bengals are 2-0. The narrative we talked about them all last year was getting off the slow starts. It's going to be interesting to see. How much time is Joe Burrow going to miss? Is it going to be an extended period of time? I think they're lucky. It did not look good. And I've had foot injuries, toe injuries, stuff like that, turf toe. We don't know what it's going to be. Right. They're not easy to come back from. They're very difficult to come back from. But when you're a good football team and you have a stretch of 3, 4, 5 weeks where your backup has to go in and play, you hope he's a guy like Jake Browning that can come in and make plays for you and give you a chance to win those types of ball games.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things that you take away from this victory. One, you have security in that blanket as your backup. You know that if Joe Burrow goes down, Browning can come in, and he's going to let it fly. Speaking of let it fly, he said, man, I got some playmakers. Yes. Coach put me in position, called some plays that worked well for me, even though I didn't have any reps of these plays. But I just gave it to my playmakers. And that's the second thing. You got some guys that are dogs that can carry this squad. Oh, and not to mention, The Cincinnati Bengals are 2-0 to start the season.
Yes.
How about that?
Radically different.
That is the best news of the week for these guys.
No question.
They're not battling, starting in a hole and have to dig themselves out.
No question. I think the seriousness of Joe Burrow is going to have a lot to do with where they go going forward.
Sure.
So he's a big-time player. But I go back. I thought Trevor Lawrence looked much improved. This is 2 weeks in a row. But I go back to the same thing. Travis Hunter, we always talked about was he going to play offense or defense. Well, today, 42 plays on offense, 38 plays on defense.
A lot of snaps.
I think it should have been a lot more on defense, and I would have been around Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase had 14 catches, 165 yards. I said before, man, I would have put Travis Hunter on him all day long.
Ooh. You know what? Your numbers in terms of your coaching career backs up the comment I'm about to make. I love you understanding the psychology of these coaches. So let's listen to Zach Taylor, the coach, after the game addressing his team.
At halftime, we stood in here down 7, okay? And we said, this is the perfect situation for us to be in a week 2, because we're going to find out what this team is made of early in the season as we're in these tough games. And today, I saw the most resilient team I've ever seen. There was nobody that wavered for even a second in the second half when things looked a little bit difficult. Okay, I saw no one panic. I saw no one point fingers. I saw everyone just buckle down and make a play so we could go win the game. That was awesome. Hats off to you guys.
You know what? Kudos to Coach, because he set the narrative, and he actually knows in the back of his mind, I may not have Joe Burrow. And whereas because we made Joe Burrow, the season isn't going down. We're 2-0, and we're moving forward with Joe, hopefully. But if not, we got Nate Browning, and everybody else has to pick up their game. Jake Browning, we got him, and everybody else is going to have to pick up their game. So I love where he's taking control of this thing. You said it before, JB. It's early in the season, and coaches right now can control the narratives in those locker rooms.
You know, I love that he said, I didn't see anyone panic. Here's the reality. Let me take it to the locker room. If the players look at the coaches, and the coaches are not panicking, we will not panic. But if a coach starts to panic, that stuff can trickle down to the team.
Absolutely. I thought resilient effort, like he said, exactly what they needed. Good win. They're 2-0. Let's see what happens moving forward.
Love the insight coming from those who have been there before. Hey, a lot more coming up on this State Farm postgame show. We'll be back with more right after this.
Nobody can stop me 'cause I gotta